Good morning and welcome to this week's Wednesday with Warbus. I'm here to talk to you about the possibility of us having a bond. We passed a bond about 5 years ago for the first time in over 60 years, and we started the process by asking faculty and staff what they thought our needs list were. Once we got that, then we prioritized with your help, and remember we had the community's help, and this was that list that we came up with for the bond 5 years ago. What's amazing about it and very exciting about it is we used bond money to build some of the things and to work on the list, but we also used COVID money. We used we used MAPS 2 money. We used bond fund, or not bond fund, but I went blank.
Building fund.
Building fund money. And so here's the list. If you recall with the bond, we had transferred, and I've highlighted the ones that we've either completed or we're in the process of working on. Transportation is complete. Safe rooms across the district, we've started on that. We completed those with the bond at 2 of the sites. We started the baseball softball complex. It's not complete, but we did phase 1. We've done playgrounds at 3 of the sites. We did resurface the district track. We did the stadium lights at Marshall Field, which is at the junior high. We've redone this, replaced all the security cameras across the whole district. We've been working on different athletic facilities across the district, like we resurfaced the tennis courts, and we've done some things like that. Restroom upgrades, we've redone restrooms all across the district except for at Rivers, because of course we're getting a new build out there. But we've redone almost all the restrooms in the district. We've added security fencing across most of the district. We've done 2 of the sites with privacy fencing. We've been working on parking lots. We currently have one going in right west of the high school gymnasium. So we've been working on that. Sidewalks across the district at different campuses. You've seen some added sidewalks, and we're not finished, but we're working on it. We've done electrical upgrades at all the sites. We've been doing heating and AC upgrades at all the sites, not totally completed, but we've been working towards it. One thing that we haven't started on that we need to eventually is from this original list from 5 years ago, LED lighting. We've talked about Old Washington Elementary School becoming our administration building. Currently, the county is using it as the courthouse, and that will take a couple more years, so that's down the road still. We wanted a new high school gymnasium, which is down the road. Obviously, that's huge expense. Ag barn upgrades we haven't got to there yet. We did add bus stop shelters at all the sites, excluding Rivers Elementary. We replaced all the intercom systems at all the sites. We have not enclosed the breezeways at some of the elementaries that we wanted to do in this original list. And then at this time, we were wanting to upgrade the cheer facility, and I believe we've upgraded a little bit. We got the whole new facility because after this list went out, we had major problems at Central. And anyway, so we do have the new cheer facility, which doubles for dance and for archery. So I think we've done an amazing job as a district working through this list and using taxpayer money wisely. And so now we're moving on to the next one. We asked you to do another survey. The reason we hadn't gotten that out, we did it right before school was out. 2 different times we tried to do it, and both times someone, I don't want to say hacked in, I don't know how they did it, but somehow there were over 5,000 responses, and sometimes there would be hundreds within 1 minute, and they were all exactly the same at the same exact time, and they were even put in the same order. If you recall, we told you to choose up to 10 different things, and these were all 10 exactly in the same order. So anyway, Amanda went through and just manually checked it. So we have our new list, and if we'll go to that new list, we ended up what we feel like is a true statement of what we were trying to get, but we think out of the 5,000 something responses, we think that there were truly 689 respondents. Now, The reason the percentages don't necessarily add up is because some respondents didn't choose 10. They may have chose one or two. Also, some respondents didn't choose things that were on the list. They chose some on the list and then added some, which that was fine too. We wanted to have those. So that's why the percentages may be confusing to you. But so once we did that, the top one on the list was build storm shelter safe rooms at AES, AIS, AJH, and Altus Junior High, which is the same number one thing that was on the first list 5 years ago. So we've got storm shelters at 2 of the sites. We will have one at Rivers once that's built, and then we'll lack these 4. So that was number 1 again. Number 2 on the list was additional, well, actually it was a tie, adding some tennis courts to what we currently have at the high school. Also add some type of looks like a field house of some type for tennis that would have locker rooms, which we currently don't really have tennis locker rooms, some restrooms for over there and a concession stand. And then third was playground equipment at the sites that don't necessarily have all the playground equipment, a walking track, and then the privacy fences, which that was on the list 5 years ago. Working on the playgrounds, working on the privacy fences. We're gradually chipping away at that. The next thing in order, there was a tie again at 34%. New flooring, wall tile across the district basically. And when we added the restrooms, we started the tile on the floor and on the walls. And so we've been gradually, as you see at some of your sites, we're gradually working at that, replacing carpet with tile and working on the tile on the hallway walls. A lot of activity at Altus Intermediate School right now with that current thing going on. So we're working on that still. Replacing ceiling tiles across the district. That was high up on the list. We're currently replacing all the ceiling tiles in all of the kitchens. And then we're gradually chipping away at that as well. Next on the list was a multi-purpose track, football, soccer, marching band complex. And what I've done over here is also, I guess I'll go back, in addition to a possible bond, these are just some ideas of how we could come up with the money. So that first one could be bond or FEMA grants or a combination. Same with the tennis, bond, and maybe some grant combinations there. The playground as well, bond money and or some grant opportunities. The flooring, we're doing that with ESSER money, which is COVID money, and that's ongoing. We're working on that. The ceiling tiles are ongoing. This next one that we were talking about would basically be either doing major upgrades at the Hightower Memorial Stadium, which is the football stadium at the high school, or if we wanted to make this type of a complex that it says we'd have to possibly build a new one. So that's a community discussion. That's something bigger than Altus Public Schools itself. That's a community thing that needs to be discussed in the future. So we're not saying either way. I'm just giving you the information, and then that's something we need to talk about. So if we'll scroll on down, here's some more upgrades to Hightower Memorial Stadium. These two kind of go together. One's an upgrade, one's a total rebuild. Again, that's a community discussion that we're all going to have to get together and decide what's best for the district and the community. New administration center, that was very high again, but we can't consider that till the courthouse is finished and they can move back into their place. Improving and adding parking lots, that's on the list again, and that's ongoing. We're gradually doing that across the district. We'll scroll on down, Kiwanis Park. So that would be phase 2 of Kiwanis Park. If you recall, we've done major upgrades there. We've got the turf infield, redid the outfield, totally re-leveled it, raised the fence, just major things out there. But the next phase would be to tear down the concession stand. There's no locker rooms, but tear that down, build a complex that would have indoor batting and pitching and new concession and locker rooms, just a complex there, and then the parking lot. So that's what that would be. So that would be bond and or grants. Altus Junior High and Altus Intermediate School, upgrades to include AC, LED lighting, locker rooms. That's all in the gymnasium. So basically, AC in the gymnasiums again. That could be bond and maybe some grant money that we could find. Again, security fencing has come up again, so that's ongoing. We've been working on that. AC and primary, we're looking at going ahead and doing that with ESSER funds, since that is a classroom. These are ideas that people came up with. The Cletus B. Street Fieldhouse, which is the gymnasium at the high school, just some major upgrades there. We've done a lot of things inside that we could do. The one thing we haven't really got done is the restrooms. Maybe a few route bus replacements. We've done several, but there are a few more that need to be done. Again, the upgrades to the ag farm, or ag barn, that's come up again. Where are we at? Workspace, or let's see, we got Marshall Field upgrades at the junior high. That's their football field, do some upgrades there. Kiwanis Park, there's some more upgrades there. Enclose the breezeway at some of the elementary schools, lower grades. Then behind the auditorium, we've talked about in the past, and it came up again, building some type of a small facility that's attached to the backside of the auditorium, so that there be workspace and storage for all school production. They could have classes back there for stagecraft. Volleyball facility. We currently use the gymnasium, but that came up. New band room at the junior high, that came up with a few votes. Separate the practice fields for boys and girls soccer. Finish and complete all existing projects, which I think that goes back to number one with the safe rooms. That's probably what most of that is. Then there were just some add-ons, and we will send this out as an email. I just wanted you to see it from me first. But again, we're not deciding anything. This is just first, maybe a second step that we've done. We wanted the survey, or excuse me, the survey to go out. These are the results. So it gives us something to talk about and discuss. And as we move forward, we'll go through that process and we'll keep you posted. But if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to call or email me. But this will come out in an email to you after Wednesday with Warvis. Congratulations to all of our fall sports as they're wrapping up. They're doing a great job. Very proud of how the volleyball ended. They did a great job, worked really hard. High school football, just keep on working hard and pushing hard. We got a home game tomorrow night, so it's a Thursday night, so be sure and try to go out and support the Bulldogs. And junior high and intermediate, they're beginning to start their winter sports. So congratulations to all of them. And as always, may God continue to bless Altus Public Schools.